Hello, welcome back to the UWSP esports stream. I'm Ash410. I play on the UWSP Gold team, and I'm joined by.
Hi, my name is Dan the Table, and I am an honorary UWSP Gold substitute. And yeah, I'm very excited for today in regards to the upcoming matches that we have for UWSP Purple and UW Whitewater.
Yep, today it's going to be the Battle for Wisconsin matches. Very fun to get into. I think it's going to be a very exciting matchup. I mean, both very good teams, and excited to see what the gameplay we're going to see. So.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams have a lot to offer. I know that they went quite a bit of a back and forth back in the group stages. They went pound for pound, taking it to every single map, taking it all the way to map 5, but ultimately, I think Whitewater was the one that came out on top, right? Or am I wrong?
Sure.
Not entirely sure, but now we're kind of seeing a little revenge match, from both of them. Yeah. Whether it be Whitewater trying to take it back, or UWSP trying to qualify for
Nationals, I think, right?
Yeah, for
or not Nationals. What is it?
Not even that. We're just trying to get up to semifinals.
Semifinals.
Yeah, right now we're currently in the losers quarterfinals, and even though it's not the finals at all whatsoever, there's still a lot at stake and on the line here for both teams.
Gotta bring victory for both our teams.
Yeah, so as you can see here, we unfortunately had a devastating loss against UW Madison, going 0-3, but we've been doing some studying, we've been putting in the work, and we're ready for some revenge. Yeah, so right now, MSOE was the second team that qualified for the losers semifinal, and we're currently competing for that second spot that's to be determined, and it's going to be determined today.
In this match.
In this match between Whitewater.
Very exciting, very exciting. Alright,
so any interesting or anything you're looking forward to when it comes to these upcoming matches?
I'm just excited to see how fast everybody's going to be playing, the speed of play, the pop-off potential every player in these lobbies have. Because you just never know what's going to happen. And they're also such good players that just one good play could completely change the flow of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you on that part. Both UWSP Purple and UW Whitewater have a lot to offer in terms of mechanical potential, and you can definitely see that come out on top when it comes to their hit scan players, especially. The ability to hit those pin precise shots, and that could determine the course of a fight.
One fight, which could just snowball into a map.
Precisely. Yeah, it can honestly go either way right now, which I'm really just excited
to see. This is a really exciting match.
I'm really excited to see how this goes.
So, yeah. It should be starting up fairly soon here, so that'll be quite exciting.
Alright. So, for UWSP Purple here,
looks like we have Fear. So Fear on the DPS, Lemonese on the tank, Was on the DPS, Tuck on the support, and Torador on the support.
Yes, and just a very scary lineup. We know Was for how good he is at aiming, especially. If you've ever watched that man before, he is a menace.
He's just goated on the sticks.
Yep, he will just walk out there and get to and walk away like nothing even happened. Another day on the job. It's just easy going for him.
It's insane. I've just seen the plays Lemon makes, the space he makes for his team. Like just hitting one good ultimate, one good shatter, even just completely changing the course of a fight.
Exactly. Yes, UWSP has a lot to offer for this team, and I'm really interested to see how UW Whitewater plays up against this.
I'm excited to see what they're going to be playing and everything.
Haven't seen too much of each of these players individually, but what I can tell you right now is that one person that I have seen is Bark, and he is a phenomenal Kirika player. He's known for hitting those shots, and he's known for being able to alleviate some of that pressure on his DPS by kind of giving them more opportunities to deal damage, yet at the same time pressuring them out and also supporting them and making sure that they stay alive for those crucial team fights.
Absolutely. Looks like they're going to be running the normal, typical comp that we've been seeing in most competitive play recently.
Yeah, especially with that Orisa, that's what you'll typically see nowadays. Going for that, it's kind of like a slight mixture between a poke, yet at the same time still a rush composition.
Still a rush comp. Yeah, able to run the Tracer Sojourn because that Orisa can just stay alive, allow those DPS to be able to play more independently, being able to make their plays and not have to worry as much.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically just an Orisa and that Lucio and that Kiriko spearheaded towards the front line, while you have the Sojourn located sometimes on a high ground, poking them from afar and above, and then you have your Kiriko not the Kiriko, sorry, the Tracer, just being a constant pain in the back line. But yeah, so once again, just a lot to offer from both of these schemes.
Yeah, very interested to see how they're gonna be able to react and adapt to each other's playstyles. We'll see who comes out on top.
When it comes to UWSP Purple, what do you think is their strongest suit? I haven't been able to watch as many of their games recently, and I just what do you think is their strong suit going forward in this matchup against Whitewater?
I would say they're very good in their rush playstyle. Really, I mean they go in there, they W key, and they just their speed of play is absolutely insane. I mean, they just overwhelm the opponent and make so much space, and the enemy doesn't even know what hit them.
Yeah, exactly. And because of these, the key success point in winning with a rush composition is just prioritizing that back line, those squishies, and just completely ignoring that tank.
Yeah, just picking that target and running on them.
Exactly. And once you can isolate that target, you can really just crush them.
Kind of just run circles around them.
Yeah, exactly. It's just this big snowball effect again that we were talking about before of it goes from one kill to another kill to another kill, and that could lead them to, of course, win the team fight or even ultimately win the map just going off of those one picks.
Especially with that, if they're running that Orisa pick, I mean, if you can get that backline, there's not much that Orisa can do. So.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I see that we have quite a lot of people in the chat.
Yep.
I know we're quite a little bit late in responding to some of these messages, but I'm excited to have you guys here, and we're so thrilled for you guys to watch this game between UWSP Purple.
Dan is popular in the chat right now. Dan, my beloved.
Dan, my beloved.
That's quite great, yeah.
I love you guys too, don't worry.
Very excited to see how this goes.
And as for UW Whitewater, have you seen anything that significant out of them?
I haven't seen much out of them. I'm quite excited to see what they can bring to the table. I have seen Purple play, and so I have lots of confidence in them. I know they're a very good team. So if Whitewater's as good as them, I think it'll be a very, very interesting match. Okay,
so next question. Do you think that we could see a repeat of the first match between them two in the group stages, going map for map for map, and ultimately maybe taking it to, since it's a best of 5, actually a 7th map?
That'd be crazy. No.
No.
Just best of 5.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh wait, sorry. Math is not my strong suit. I can't think very well. All right.
But even with that many maps, this would be a crazy matchup for them. So fun to see. So many possible playstyles.
Oh my god.
It's a little special. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Talking maybe a strong suit of mine. I never said the calculation part. I'm leaving that to you, okay?
Okay.
The numbers, the facts, the statistics, you got it. I can just talk loud. That's my strong suit, all right?
Talk loud.
Yeah, you tell me what to say, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, man.
I'm trying to think. What is your favorite composition to run when you would play?
When I play, so being a flex support main, I guess it would really depend on the map. I typically will usually run some sort of Ana or BAP, and I would run that in a composition more, leaning towards those flex supports. So I especially love having a monkey on my team, especially or a Winston, and being able to just set them up playing on going for those nano dives. It's just so satisfying to see their backline crumble because of my ulti, and I just get to sit there on payload and do nothing.
Payload princess all the way.
But then that is also just another one of my favorites because I feel like I can have a lot of value
So much
as a
impact on
support,
that, doing
but at the
damage
same
and
time,
doing the same
yeah,
thing.
I can also dish out that hard-hitting damage that can pick out those low HP and isolated targets.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think personally what mine. I think most of the time that I've played on UWSP Gold, we've played mostly poke, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the playstyle of like finding angles and like winning because of your positioning and stuff like that. I enjoy that part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun, just the map control part of it for me. And
Most definitely,
really enjoy
yeah,
it.
I get you. Alrighty, so looks like we're gonna be moving on to here the map set, starting
Busan.
off with Busan. What are your opinions on Busan? I personally like Busan.
I like it. I think it's pretty. I think it's a pretty decent map.
Yeah. What's your favorite point on Busan? Would you say?
I mean, I don't mind downtown. I think it's pretty decent. I'm trying to remember the names. Names are not much.
Yeah.
fun.
I just know Shrine. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
That one's with the
Shrine's in-
drum. Is that or is that? Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
man, I'm confusing up my maps
That-
already.
Anyway, I think that one would be my favorite one.
Okay, but for Busan here, specifically on this point that's showing on the map right now, you think that we could expect to see maybe the Widowmaker battle?
Maybe, perhaps. I know. Fear's been practicing his Widowmaker.
Oh,
so.
Fear's on the Widowmaker, not
So-
X-Wells?
No. So I don't know. He's been practicing, so we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm excited regardless to see how this goes.
How this goes.
Yep. Busan, definitely a very interesting first map to start off.
Definitely think you can play a couple different things on there, for sure. Multiple different compositions, so it'll be really interesting to see what they end up playing.
Yeah. I'm hoping to expect maybe seeing Lemonies on the Monkey.
Yeah, that'd be really-
I
that'd
think
be
Dive is really fun playing on Busan, and it also is just one of the better compositions in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? My coaches might eat me out for that.
Heck yeah. No, I also very much enjoy the dive compositions. Just getting that setup time and then choosing a target and all just committing onto a target is just very fun.
Yeah,
Very fun to
definitely.
play.
And yeah, so it looks like we're slowly getting set up and ready here. Get into this matchup between UWSP Purple and UW Whitewater.
Just getting the people in the lobby now, looks like.
Mhm.
Should be hopefully starting pretty soon, so that's very exciting.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And so we didn't really talk about it much during our introduction, but this is both yours and mine's first official casting.
Yeah. First time we've
Could
ever
say
done.
gig, right?
Yeah.
So
No, super exciting. Definitely kind of not something I'm used to doing, but super fun to do.
It's always been quite a dream of mine. I'm not as knowledgeable as maybe some of these other people, but I just love talking. I love being in front of a camera, being in front of a crowd. I've always been hyper analytical, whether I'm actually analyzing correctly or not.
That's a different
That's
question.
a different matter, but
Math not so good.
exactly. You know, we can bring that back later. But yeah, no, this is. I'm really thankful for this opportunity, and
No, it's super exciting. Really,
I
really
want to
fun.
try to make the most of it. So.
Heck yeah. Like everybody seems to be in the lobby now, so it looks like we'll be starting pretty quick here. So, heck yeah. I hear so you might be joining the team next year.
Oh yeah, so currently I'm not actually an official member of UWSP.
No.
I'm just kind of like the guy that, you know, comes in and does as he pleases whenever he wants.
Yeah.
And
Just a homeless guy with
yeah, exactly. You can compare it to that, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, next year I'll be starting off in my freshman year, and before I was a little bit hesitant about it, because I wanted to weigh out my options, but I think that UWSP has created a very good environment for here where it feels like a family.
Yeah, it really does. It just feels like a community, it's a family.
Even though there are times where I'm frustrated with the game itself, I think that they've done a very good job at cultivating this space, making sure that it's space for everybody, and also ensuring that everybody has fun in the process.
Absolutely. A very homey, cozy feeling.
Yeah, so even though I still have quite a few months to decide, I'm definitely leaning more towards Dream Team. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and switch over here.
Looks like we're gonna be getting started here.
Yep, in just a few short moments here. Everybody should be getting ready up, and we should be going into our first map, Busan, as this map. Alright.
Alrighty, looks like we're seeing picks coming out.
Okay.
Let's see what we're gonna be seeing here.
First map. I believe this is called Mecha Base?
Yeah, Mecha Base. Yeah,
Mecha Base.
I think this is normally a rush map. You're trying to meet up at the top, trying to capture that space, because whoever is able to get that space really kind of just controls the map.
Exactly.
Alright. Looks like we're gonna see from purple the Orisa Rush Comp.
Yeah, the Orisa Rush Comp, and then they're gonna be going up against UW Whitewater with the Monkey Dive Comp.
The Winston Dive Comp.
This is quite an interesting matchup now that we're looking at it. That Monkey's gonna be looking in to dive, the Lucio and the Kiriko in our backline, forcing out those important cooldowns, especially the Suzu. But Lemons
I think it's gonna be. They're gonna have. I think they're gonna struggle a little bit. I feel like that's a very hard comp to dive on.
Yeah,
the amount of peeling they're able to do.
Exactly. They have a lot of peeling potential, but you see here, UW Whitewater opting to go for the far right side, dropping down first. That'd be huge. Gonna see him taking these off angles. Bursting the recall quite early, actually. UWSP capitalizing off the fact they no longer have that many cooldowns. Yeah, and flipping the map here. You can
dive on their backline.
Isolating those targets.
Pick on a corridor.
That's a disaster.
Like Whitewater is able to stabilize.
Left down.
Looks like first frame down. Whitewater.
A very convincing start for UW Whitewater. We said in the beginning that it's probably going to be a little bit harder for them to capitalize off these dives. So we seem to have a little bit of a technical issue. Tucker Shin left the game, but it's alright. Let's talk a little bit more about that though. That first team fight. As we were saying, a monkey going up against the Orisa comp, usually it favors the Orisa comp a little bit more. But I think the problem that they ran into during those moments was that they couldn't find one target.
Yeah.
They all got isolated and they didn't group up hard enough, which allowed UW Whitewater to go ahead and
get that pick onto the Kiriko, which kind of just snowballed into losing the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Support, not much you can do.
Lose your horrible pick. You're left with your Lucio. It's not gonna go well for you.
The worst possible person to lose in that game.
Yeah, exactly. They found the one person that they needed to get, and they took advantage of it. And boy, did it work in their favor.
Yeah, it was very fast change because at first I thought it was in UWSP's favor. UW Whitewater were down a lot of cooldowns. Looked like the Sojourn didn't have slide or disruptor shot. Tracer didn't have recall. Looked like to me a UWSP win. But that pick onto that Kiriko really just changed the fight for them.
Yeah, exactly. And stuff. I think moving forward in these next few team fights, that needs to be a change that we see in how they're approaching these team fights. They need to find those targets. They're drawing out the cooldowns, but they're not capitalizing off of them.
Nope.
So,
just move it even faster than they already are.
Yes, exactly. As I would say, speed of play, speed of play, speed of play. Just going back to the
Going back to
fundamentals.
the roots.
It all comes down to those sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how complex your strategies are or what you've thought up in the mid round or things like that. If you forget your roots and you forget your beginning fundamentals,
It can be over.
yes, exactly.
So looks like we're trying to get this fixed up here.
Yeah. Chin.
Hopefully we'll get him back in soon.
And I saw that this seems to be some sort of curse between UWSP and UW Whitewater.
I'm not so sure about that one, but it sounds interesting.
Maybe a little bit of backstory going on about, DCs. Maybe we'll be able to peer into that a little bit later.
We'll see a little more of that.
I mean, it gave us time to dissect that team fight there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that you can see any potential changes being made with like this early composition, or you think they're just gonna go ahead and try to roll out with it and just?
So I think UWSP's composition is pretty good. Maybe we see a dive mirror comp come out. I mean, maybe there could be a chance in that. I'm sure they like their Winston comps as well. I've seen it a couple times, so they're pretty good at that as well.
The Winston mirror would be
Winston
an
mirror
answer.
would be interesting. Yeah.
All right, what's going on in the chat now that we have the opportunity to actually take
Read
a
it.
look at this? So how's everyone's day? That's pretty good. Hype for these casters. Dan on the UWSP team? Maybe.
Mecha Base Knight is crazy. Listen.
Get him on the Valor team. I don't know, my coach might be mad about that.
Coach J keep punching the air right now.
Yeah. Mecha Base Knight is crazy. Well, what's wrong with that pick, Jay? I personally am a big fan of Mecha Base.
Yeah, I like Mecha Base. I think it's honestly one of the better maps for Busan for sure. It was the one I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Okay.
Because I think there's drum and then the one with the drum. Like,
Yeah, but I don't think the map's actually called
No, it's
Drum
like-
itself.
I don't know. I could just be playing too much Borderlands.
Sanctuary. I mean, I wanted to call it Shrine, but Shrine is on Nepal.
Yeah.
It's that. I'm amazing. I'm
Man, I don't know the
amazing.
maps. I just play them. Like, oh yeah, that one.
That's this map, It's got Drum.
It's got that.
It's got Mecha Base.
Yeah.
Oh, that is Mecha Base.
Now me, I'm trying to pick a character, and I'm like, okay, I gotta see the map first, because I don't know which one it is.
Alrighty. Quite a big technical hiccup as we're seeing here. Peterson struggling to get back into the game.
Really unfortunate start to the game here. Hopefully, it looks like I do see that he joined the game back, so it looks like we're gonna be starting back up here soon.
Hopefully. Alright.
Hopefully.
But yeah, moving forward though, UW Whitewater are going to be coming online with some very big, strong OTs. We'll talk about it a little bit more once the match actually resumes. But
from what I can tell, they almost have Pulse Bomb already, which could be either very massive or hit nobody. It's a kind of a hit or miss with the Pulse Bomb.
It depends on the player, honestly.
Yeah.
Some people make it work, and some people can't. Yeah, alright, so going back into this, we're 98 to Pulse Bomb, and we're also more than halfway through some of these big ultimates like Overclock and Kitsune Rush.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, so we're gonna see
Monkey Mirror Cup.
Yeah, Torador swapping over to the Moira, and Lemony swapping over to that Monkey. Mirroring.
Coming up, unfortunately, he's missing. Trying to get that Lucio very low.
UWSP opting to take Tiger Commander. Let's make the map here.
Primal coming online, we might be seeing. He's gonna go a little aggressively, knowing
Soldier 1 getting picked off in the process. I know that Fate is out of the way as well.
3 on the Lucio. Lucio 1. Lucio dead. UW Whitewater up 2. 3.
3 in this let's see a lost team
He's gonna
fight
be looking
again.
to either die fast or get out right now.
So we see this, we noticed the changes in the team composition, but I think we still ran into the same problems.
Same issue, where we're just not being able to coordinate on a target here, I don't think.
But UW Whitewater also did a very good job in drawing out that early Suzu, and then afterwards capitalizing on that backline.
Able to go aggressive with the primal as well.
Winston here.
He's seen an early overclock from UW Whitewater here.
Lemonade trying to jump on that backline, working out that Suzu early. Not to have that going back in for more.
Corridor popping the gold. We're seeing the beat come out, the overclock come out from UW Whitewater.
Right now it's just a battle of the ultis. Whoever gets the first pick wins. Here it goes down.
UW Whitewater getting
Yas hits a nasty shot on Tucker Chest. Lemonade breaking back that Lucio.
Debbie,
not out.
another pulse bomb charged up already. Looking for last fight. He's gonna have to pop the primal.
Yep.
Got
Oh,
here.
that's the bomb.
3% the overclock. If Fear could come back and go big with the overclock, they could save this fight.
This ends
Razor
now.
Look at the killing. No TP. But Lemon is in danger right now. Is in potential of taking it like he does not get more killing.
Lands the pulse on the Fear.
Oh my
Fear
god.
overclock,
What?
unfortunately not
Huge
getting any
stick by
damage.
Devin, huge. Devin is indeed coming in huge.
Huge for this first map.
A great 3K.
Absolutely.
Mecha base going in favor of Whitewater. Wow. What an insane map. It didn't
Absolutely
last
insane.
very long,
No, it didn't.
but now we can see, you know, we didn't know what to expect out of Whitewater coming into this first map, but they definitely have very much so proven themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a very close match. Very excited to see what happens next. It looks like both teams going to be sticking with the dive comp, which makes... Oh, we're seeing a Reaper swap from the UWSP
Reaper
Purple.
swap.
Ooh,
And
we're going
Diva swap. Alright, so
anti-Winston comp. Here we
they
go.
just stated that no, we don't like your Winston.
We don't like your Winston.
We don't like your Winston in our back line, and we are saying, oh, we are putting a pause to your shenanigans, and we are making sure none of that ever happens.
UWSP hiding somewhat towards the point. UW Whitewater getting high ground on them.
You gotta watch out for those railgun shots.
Going on the Sojourn. Sojourn no slide. They look like they also
really
made it up to the
flying to take out that Sojourn, but Lemonade loses his mech in the process. This is gonna cause him to lose a lot of
Already
presence.
60 to pulse bomb on the Debbie. Getting a pick on the Reaper.
Wow.
And it looks like UW Whitewater wins another team fight.
Yes, it is. Chain going in for a little bit more stall, but we are gonna see the pulse bomb online for Devin Hughes already.
Seeing if he can get a pick here.
You know, with some of these dive compositions, it really comes down to your tracer and what they're able to do in the backline and how fast they can activate that pulse bomb. Because
so
if you
much
get that
value.
stick and they don't have Suzu, they don't have that lamp, that's a guaranteed kill for you most of the time.
And well, unfortunately, UWSP is not running the BAP or the Fury here, so they don't have, unable to save from that pulse bomb. Debbie not able to land it this time. Yas may be looking for an overclock here. Thankfully, UWSP has both support ultimates and it's going to pop Cole here.
We're gonna pop Cole early, trying to keep our Diva alive. But our
Fear
Soldier
very low. Fear gets picked
in
by
a lot of
Debbie.
danger.
Reaper half. Reaper no breathe. The Kitsune rush coming up into UW Whitewater now, as well as the beat, just to guarantee the fight win.
Wow, and another great shot by Yas. Now, we're beginning to see.
Lemonese is resetting.
Yeah, Yas and Devin Huge, they came here to play.
Yeah, they came here to play it. They're going big.
Mm-hmm. The mechanics of their DPS player is just phenomenal right now. Their tracking, their flick shots, it's amazing.
Absolutely insane.
It is coming close here to this first map ending.
We do have the Diva Bomb from Lemonese, so he'll be able to play a little bit more aggressively now, don't worry. It looks like Beat coming up for an aggressive push. They do have that overclock, so they will be able to overclock once this feed is over, and it's probably what we'll be seeing for this last fight. UWSP does get the cap though. Here comes the overclock from Yas.
Yas.
Lemonese does have that bomb to stay alive here. Gets a pick onto the Lucio, that was big. unfortunate. We do have the Death Blossom from Eggplant.
Yep. Still
Well,
very
they
much
probably
possible. I believe we're even or down 1 right now. We have flipped the map, but we do. Eggplant
down
does
two
lose his
on
life in the
Lucio's
process.
This
Everything
ends.
So short in half.
still being just a pest in the back line.
The Overwatch coming out from Fear, unfortunately unable to get any value. Yas popping off, taking that 3. They're on the Lucio.
Lucio just trying to stall for as much time as
As much time
possible.
as possible.
The Reaper, is
Reaper
gonna
looking
get
for a
touch.
big Blossom. Unfortunately,
Gets booped
doesn't
away,
get anybody.
and unfortunately gets milled down. Lemonade gets another touch, but he
Lemonades
gets
able to get the
bomb.
stall, if only for a moment. Here comes the Sojourn Slide.
That looks like it's going to be slowly staggering
Lucio
here.
able to stall a little bit. Maybe
Maybe a
if
few more
the
touches?
Mora can get their coal, they can stall a little bit here. Unfortunate,
possibility,
unfortunate
but-
ball pick from Lemonades, trying to just get as much any time here. And it looks like the first map's going to be going to UW Whitewater.
Yes, and a very, very convincing start as well by UW Whitewater. You know, kind of like a dark horse, and I highlighted on, honestly, their support's ability to create some more opportunities for the DPS, but that's definitely not what happened here.
No.
Their DPS,
They're just kind of going insane.
Yeah,
just
they
getting all the
decided-
hits that they need.
they decided that they were coming here to play,
They're
they
coming here to
wanted
play.
this map, and they definitely proved themselves, very much so.
Very much. It is actually saying true. Okay, I'm not going insane. It was
Okay,
the
okay.
It was on the Borderlands talking. Okay.
Let's get
Like, yeah.
But yeah, rough start for UWSP
Unfortunate,
Purple.
unfortunate.
And a very good start by UW Whitewater.
Absolutely.
But-
I think it's still very doable for WSP Purple, just being able to dive on like their Lucio or whatever, just trying to get that pick. Just trying to just hopefully seeing some more picks coming up from the DPS, and I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah, most definitely. And UW Whitewater played really well, but I believe it came down to mostly their DPS's ability to win those engagements.
Absolutely.
If UWSP actually reconvenes and starts playing together as a group here and just choose to dive one target, because we were seeing a lot of the monkey, taking those engagements, taking those fights, but he was just by himself. He didn't have anybody following up on him. You'd see the Cole, but that was about it when Cole was online. But yeah, so albeit a little scattered from UWSP Purple, I believe I'm most certainly certain that they're going to be able to.
They're just warming up. That's all they get. That's all
First
they get.
map, first day,
That's all they get.
gotta shake off the rust a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Even though it's just a few days of rust.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. They got this for sure in the bag. Maybe even just being able to focus those DPS, appeal a little bit more for them, stop their pick potential, and
Yeah.
it could be a whole different game. So.
Exactly. But
Do you
Yeah.
think we'll see any comp changes coming for this next map?
comp changes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now it's on the board. So looks like we got Potato Pride coming in on the DPS, substituted in. It looks like for the
Oh.
Battle of Wisconsin.
Wow!
The Echo.
I did not expect this
That's
at all
awesome.
whatsoever. Potato Pride subbing in, actually hopping on that Echo. And if there is one thing
person
that
who
Potato
knows how-
Pride is known for,
It's his Echo.
it is his Echo.
We'll see. See if he can carry. He'll go crazy.
Okay, so
Ooh, on the watch point,
and it's going to
especially.
be on Watch Point Gibraltar.
This is one of Purple's best maps, I would say. They're very. They even have a whole document from their coach on this one.
And Cade, or Potato Pride especially, he's known for finding those weird off angles, taking
Yeah.
advantage of them, and dealing out heavy damage and pressuring out their supports from maybe having line of sight of their tank.
If there's any Echo player that I trust to be in their backline and still get out, it's that man.
Precisely. So I'm excited.
Very excited to see how this goes.
I know what Potato Pride can do. I know what he can offer on that Echo. So let's see if this was the needed change for them to potentially turn around this map here, going into Watch Point Gibraltar. Alrighty, assembling our heroes. I certainly did not expect this at all today.
Yeah.
This was not what I
feel like I was told this, but I forgot. So this is a surprise to me too.
To me, yeah, this is 100% a surprise. I didn't even know that this was a possibility that was happening today.
Yeah.
But alright, so both UWSP Purple and UW Whitewater are going to be running that Diva comp.
Diva composition with those Fear on the Soldier instead of the Sojourn, which is the only difference, and then Kate on his expert Echo player.
Yes, most definitely. And then also running that Ana Brig composition.
Almost necessary for if you're playing against that dive composition. That Brig's able to just keep that Ana alive.
Yes, exactly. And looks like they knew this. They knew this beforehand. You know, going into their matchup with UW Whitewater, they knew that they were going to pick this Diva dive comp with that Sojourn, with that Tracer, and especially with that Kiriko.
Tracer just moving the cart on hybrid. It's kind of what you do.
Yep.
Got the most movement, able to get back to the fight when needed.
Yep. Lemonese contesting this high ground here and making sure that minute 6 does not take it from them. Maybe opting to take the stairs here, but no. We're actually just going to see the full team go down under.
Absolutely.
Potato Fry just tries to be a nuisance. Keeps applying that pressure, draws out the Diva by themselves, actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Leaving both
Sojourn's
DPS.
blue could be...
Oh, what a stick!
Kane's getting a big stick onto the Sojourn.
Nice.
Already 65 to nano, that could be huge.
Exactly, and we're already beginning to see the strength, Potato Pride's strength here in playing that Echo.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's anybody in UWSP that can play Echo better
like
than that
does.
man can.
Yeah.
He may not be able to play very many characters, but he knows Echo.
But that's hit that.
Like the back of his hand. That is his bread and butter, his peanut butter and jelly.
Lemonese holding that high ground, stopping that Diva from pushing.
Yep. Looks like they're going to be turning towards server room here. The Diva's going to be slept, brought down to 1 HP. Just trying to keep that
Tracer
defense
dead.
matrix up. Opting to go.
Getting that Tracer pick. Potato getting that Sojourn again.
Oh my god. Potato.
Absolutely clearing this first point.
Yep.
And
those
resetting
supports-
on high ground once again.
Yeah.
Got
What a-
Nano already coming from UWSP Purple. We'll probably be seeing a big play from this soon. Dupe 10% away from copy on the Echo. I've seen some crazy copies coming from Potato Pride, so we'll see how this goes. For UW Whitewater, 10% away from Pulse Bomb, already up road, so that could be a big thing.
Yeah, I believe if they're not going to be able to take this high ground here, I believe they're going to go right side and maybe try to take server room and pop that Kitsune rush in the back line. But no, minute 6 still opting to stay in this high ground, forcing Lemonese to actually drop. Coming back in.
Cade coming
All
behind
right.
with the copy on the Kiriko.
Yep.
See how that goes. Had to force the bomb out from UW Whitewater's Diva. Looks like Pulse Bomb came out. Was not able to get a pick from onto UWSP.
Yep. Yep. Here's that Kitsune rush that we were talking about. Nice and a great bomb by Lemonese.
Lemonese is able to pick out Minix
The
6's
beat
mech.
coming out as well. They believe that this is still a winnable fight, and they're going to contest for it.
Might see a visor coming up from Fear, although we have Nano the Diva,
Yep,
so
Nano
hopefully
being
we can
used.
win
We
this
gotta
fight.
find those supports. We gotta find that baby.
Diva able to get back in mech, that could be bad. Might find an overclock out from the Sojourn here.
It's kind of been brought to a stalemate right now. No picks are going across from either side, but right as I say that, A-Club goes down
Goes
to that.
down to the Lucio. Overclock coming out from Yaz, might find a counter visor here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, losing Torador, the Ana player,
Yeah.
and it looks like this fight is lost.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing hold first point. That's a lot of time to hold.
Yes, exactly. Bring it down to 30 seconds here, trying to grind down as much time as possible, and they most certainly have achieved that. What a great valiant attempt by UWSP Purple. Already we're beginning to see
W Whitewater taking the high ground position already.
Yeah. UWSP Purple much more comfortable in these current picks, and you can see much more comfortability on this map as well.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing, they're playing those positions perfectly, and they're keeping Whitewater out.
Contesting the high ground, almost able to push this D.Va out, hopefully.
Almost.
Almost. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to, though. And Lemonese has to fall back. UW Whitewater capturing this position early on is a massive advantage for them.
And
they're
look
able
at minute
to control
six.
second
Minute
point.
6 of bomb is about to come online, and he might be able to send that down to that room and try to find the Ana.
Yeah.
Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He's going aggressive here. He's trying to go for the echo and
Potato Pride falling to Tracer.
manages to pick him up. Lemonese here going for the touch.
The road coming up from Bark.
Ooh, and great shots.
Rig just barely getting rally and unable to pop it before dying. Unfortunate. Okay, coming with the copy. We'll see if he's trying to stall. Nope. Looks like
Looks like we're gonna,
goes
yeah, we're gonna be
UW
saving those
Whitewater.
ultimates. If there is a point that you want to hold on this map, though, it is most certainly the third point.
Yep,
Nice kill
absolutely.
by Torador
Big
there.
kill from Torador there onto.
It's gonna be a bit of a small stagger, and they're not gonna have this.
Gonna have to reset a little bit here.
This Tracer going in for the beginning of this third fight. Very many ults coming online for UWSP Purple, but you can say the same for UW Whitewater. Almost even on ultis right now, almost 4 for both sides.
To overclock, have D.Va, have Tracers, have Lucio. Almost a nano that could be a game-changing ultimate here, or fight
Oh,
winning.
Torador almost loses his life in that process, though.
Oh,
Devin tries to go for that stick,
Debbie
but he
just barely
whiffs.
misses it.
And the bomb from UW Whitewater doesn't seem to get anything, but A-Club does lose his life in the process. The copy being taken out.
They're
Right
on the
now.
high ground position, able to pepper bullets until the team has to drop, though, as the D.Va is pushing his back line.
Yep.
Lemonese getting the nano.
Maybe a little bit of an
Overclock popped by Yas. Lucio, Sable popping the beat.
And just
A-Club popping the rally here.
A-Club kind of acting like that second tank right now, just keeping his shield up and making sure that he doesn't lose his life and tries to keep his tank up in the process as well.
Unfortunately, dying in minute 6.
And D.Va's left. Devin has another sticky here. He's going to find the
Another
echo.
sticky here. Could be big. Rush coming out from Bark already. Fear
And the
popping the visor.
Coming out as well.
Could find the Lucio
1
here.
HP. Oh,
Ooh,
Medic
finds the
find
Lucio.
it.
That's big.
But I don't think we have another recontest.
Unfortunate.
Much better, but still, Whitewater
Still
takes it all the
unfortunate.
way.
Yeah.
Manages to capture all 3 points from UWSP Purple. A little bit disappointing that, you know, UWSP wasn't able to hold that third point, but but we have yet to see UWSP's attack right now, and if we can manage to take this into an overtime,
Definitely doable. I've seen the strats for the attack. So
see the strats?
yeah.
You know the playbook?
Yes, I know the
Well, I'll
playbook.
believe you then. Oh, and what is this do we have here? UW Whitewater. Oh, okay. They had the hog out for a second, and I got a little bit scared. I was like, oh.
Have the Ash on the Whitewater. Potato Pride going on the sim, looking to TP them across the bridge, and then he will be swapping to the Echo.
Oh, okay. So you know the exact
I
strat.
do know the strats.
You know the exact call here, and that'll be interesting. So we're gonna be seeing a TP from is it-
Potato Pride.
yeah, and is it
And-
gonna be coming from the low ground or the high ground?
Coming from the top right, from the high ground, will be going to just below us. Will be TPing here so they can position on the bridge and make their dives.
Ah, okay. All right. Lemonese here. Getting ahead of that though. Actually opts to jump towards the bridge while the DPS and the supports get set up on the other side of that bridge.
Yep.
UW Whitewater just constantly contesting that back line.
Just slowly moving the cart. They're looking for a dive. Just
Yep.
soft diving, making the space. Lemonese.
Lemonese getting a little bit stuck here and barely makes it out, and as I say
Unfortunately,
that,
just barely misses his jump.
he loses his life in the process.
Potato Pride just poking out a little bit. Has to back up a little bit. Gets poked out. UWSP Purple just having to chill a little bit while they wait for Lemonese to come back. slowly setting up, getting in position. Looks like they're gonna be making another dive here soon.
All right, and as we say that,
Diving onto the Ashe.
Lemonese going
Ashe
in,
slightly
Sticky's
gets
out.
up. Unfortunately,
But a kill is
Lemonese
not
falling.
collected.
Maybe seeing a switch to the Diva mirror here soon.
Yeah,
No,
the
it
monkey
doesn't look
hasn't
like
been
it
able
yet.
to get nearly as much value. Now they have.
Unfortunately, a super hard matchup into the Diva.
Yes, exactly, and they also have that Ashe for that boop to keep him away, alongside the Lucio. So trying to dive down on that backline is most definitely still just going to be an issue.
Also can be hard on the Tracer, just getting to those dive targets, especially with the elevation of
The support's getting stuck here. A-Club loses his life in the process, and UWSP are crumbling right now. Under the pressure that UW Whitewater is bringing on.
Unfortunate.
We do have a Nano online,
Nano
and
online
Suzu
could
has
be
been
nanoing
used
much.
early. We can maybe see some sort of engage here by Lemonies along top of Nano. Maybe
They
trying
do
to
have
find that Lucio or that
Roy
Ashe.
Bob though, so they do have quite a few good ultimates to defend against these.
Nice.
Gets a pick onto the Ashe, that's a massive pick.
Bringing it to a 4v5 here.
Also
Fear almost
getting the high
has a
ground.
bomb.
Could be seeing a pulse bomb coming out here soon. Looks like to be taking the left.
Go for the
Okay,
left side.
duping the Diva here.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva. Back to basics. Play of the game.
Oh, here we are back.
And we are back online. So unfortunately, it looks like the mic and the camera died out at some point midway through that last match. But it's fine.
But we're back. So
Yeah,
that's
we can
okay.
still, you know what, that just gives us more of a chance to talk more about
yeah.
what exactly all happened during that matchup.
Once again, it just looks like Yas is absolutely just popping off on UW Whitewater, just getting those crucial picks when they need to, you know.
Yeah, is very much so coming out big. You know, getting those 1Ks, 2Ks, especially shutting down Tordor, their flex support. You know, prior to a fight, if you don't have your flex support, it's gonna be
Just really
very
hard to win,
difficult
yeah.
trying to turn that fight around in your favor unless you get the enemy flex support as well alongside losing yours. But when it comes to a battle of attrition, when you're down to flex support, it's just not gonna work out. And unfortunately, Yas, they always found those picks. And UWSP Purple was only able to secure 1 point on Watch Point Gibraltar.
And also just seeing the massive stalls coming from Whitewater.
Yes, exactly.
2-minute stalls. It's
I
insane.
most definitely thought that second map was a lost map by Whitewater, but no. They very much so came back and they were able to pull it together, regroup, get those crucial picks that were needed to make sure that UWSP Purple did not get that second point.
Yeah. Really also unfortunate, just playing into that Diva pick just makes it really hard to make that Winston work.
Exactly. And so, past that point though, it looks to be that we're going to be going into New Junk City. Flashpoint map. We are currently at Match Point.
Yes, match point.
Okay. I don't know why I should have done it. The math, it's paying off. You know, it may have taken a few mistakes,
Grade math.
but I can now math.
yes.
Currently at match point 02, favoring UW Whitewater. It's gonna be
Reverse sweep time. That's what it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, very much so. I think that's what everybody in UWSP Purple is hoping for.
Yeah.
But they need to get their head back into the game.
Absolutely.
They need to forget about those past 2 maps and not let that affect their mental. And think of this as just a brand new map, a brand new start, and start from here. Starting from this very first point, very first flashpoint in New Junk City.
Yeah, come in the rush coming out from UWSP Purple looks like.
Oh, and we're gonna see that
The
venture pick
rush.
too from Potato Pride. One of the newest heroes added onto Overwatch 2, and Potato Pride has been grinding those hours, trying
absolutely
to master that hero.
Adding to his hero pool of 1.
Making it a hero pool of 2.
Like, Lemonese taking the space. Whitewater on the back pedal. The Sojourn low could be getting a pick here.
Yep, there's
Suzu
continuing
forcing the Suzu out as well.
press
really
forward
big.
here. Just W keying,
Orisa
Javelin
having
coming
no
out.
abilities.
The
Orisa
enemy Orisa is
falling.
1 HP. Has
Here,
been
getting
taken
the
down.
pick onto the Orisa. Sojourn for Whitewater still have. Looks like UWSP Purple's gonna cap that point.
Yes. Very
Whitewater
good.
just having to just regroup after losing their Orisa. Really.
And also denying the space from UW Whitewater, preventing them to try to take this early aggression from him. right?
Oh, really unfortunate. Mark getting the pick onto Potato Pride. Torador already having that cold though, getting that cold here.
Managing to keep Lemonies up online. The enemy Orisa is 1
Very
HP.
low.
We need to find
Fear
him.
falling to Debbie. Lemonies getting the pick onto Bark. Tuck getting the pick onto Lucio. They're down both boards. Whitewater is. UWSP still having their Lucio online.
And
Lemonies goes big. Gets 30.
big. Manages to get 3 and puts a halt to UW Whitewater's current momentum. Right now, currently at 80%, and this looks to be a pretty comfortable start.
Might be able to get a touch. Lemonies having that Orisa ult though should
yeah.
be able to stop this push. Debbie getting the touch. Has Pulse Bomb online. If they get a stick, could be massive. Does not look like they got it though.
Air Storage not getting anything as well, but we find that pick onto the enemy Tracer, looking to turn the tide by trying to find that that Lucio there, narrowly missing the Javelin, but the Orisa has been isolated. Currently
UW Whitewater having the Orisa and the Sojourner ult here, and the Lucio ult, don't seem to be using it. Looks like they're gonna save them for second.
What a great first point by UWSP Purple.
Able to just take and keep that space.
Yes, exactly. And they also didn't have to invest too much into it at all. They used Cole and Terra Surge pretty early, but they still have those that Venture ult online, Olcock and
Tectonic Shock or something, I think it maybe is
yeah,
what it is.
Tectonic Shock. Yes, exactly. And the sound barrier is still up.
Sound barrier from Lucio. So both teams having 3 ults. Looks like it's gonna be a very even fight. Tracer on the flank, looking for a pick here. The overclock coming out from Fear. Unable to get anything. Unfortunately, the
Sound barrier saving the team.
Potato Pride getting the pick onto Yas.
Right now.
Both supports down for UWSP Purple.
But it is currently even right now. This Lucio is semi-isolated, trying to find that pick. But as I say that,
Have to take a fast fight, and unfortunately, it's just not in UWSP's Purple's favor, and UW Whitewater will be capturing the second point.
but that's completely fine because we're going to be going into this second fight here for this second point with both support ults online, while UW Whitewater only has Overclock to play with, and potentially that Kitsune Rush coming on as well. Accidentally. That was when the camera was still off.
Both coming out early from Torador. The Pulse finding Fear. That beat coming out from Tucker Jim. The overclock coming out from Yas, looking for picks here. Almost finds Tuck. He's having that Orisa, gonna pop it, could find the Lucio here. Does
Suzu
end
out.
up finding the Lucio. Kiri knows Suzu.
Very much a winnable fight for UWSP Purple, but they lose their Lucio in the process. Potato Pride hunting down their supports.
Big Six having his ultimate ability, and it looks like UW Whitewater is gonna win this
second
fight
point.
and this point. Okay, unfortunate.
Yeah. UW Whitewater was able to just turn that around, even with those early supporting ults. Maybe you could argue that that was a little bit too early of a usage from UWSP Purple, and may have been the deciding factor on why they lost that point. But
UWSP might be taking a dry fight here as Whitewater has both ultimates, and it's totally okay for Purple to lose this fight now as Whitewater has invested 2 ults into this already.
but weren't able to secure a pick.
So
In fact, actually,
this is definitely a winnable. Although Lemonese does go down, if this shot can find anybody, it could be very big.
nice.
Finds the Orisa, the Lucio
Evening out
very
that fight.
low.
Both teams are down their tank right now, still even. Yas
Still even, still a
gonna
winnable
be
fight.
looking towards that Lucio while the Lucio chases down
Might find the
Moira.
Moira. Yas has to slide away. Corridor has the Coalescence. Yas popping the Overclock. Sable popping the saving beat. In the same beat from Sable. Lemonese is back though.
Yep.
Still a winnable fight, but I'm just unfortunately Whitewater is able to stabilize and keep their DPS alive.
But that's completely fine though, because as you can see, Purple actually managed to capture the point at some point between all that chaos.
Very big.
And was able to draw out both the Kitsune Rush and the beat. So they're going to be
Very
going into the
massive.
second fight here,
With
down both their
overclock.
support ultis, and is only going to have that pulse bomb to work with.
You're having the overclock. Tug, 8% away from beat. Very winnable point. Lemonese also is 10% away from his ultimate.
Yep. Tuck just needs to make sure that he doesn't get stuck.
Oh, lands the stick on the fear once again. Unfortunate.
There has
Lemonese
been-
has the ults. Did see Suzu come out. The Curie being one.
Carry's so low HP.
Also low in there.
The
Unfortunately,
Sojourn.
unable to guarantee the pick onto them, and he does fall. UWSP is able to cap though, so if they can stall on this point, it could be massive.
And them capturing that point is going to be able to guarantee them at least one more complete
One
team
more
fight here. And they're going to be going in with beat and overclock, while Whitewater doesn't have anything
And just has nothing.
immediately apart from Terra Surge,
Terra
and
Surge
they will have
Rush.
Kitsune Rush.
Yeah, around halfway through the fight here, so that could be very game changing. You know, UWSP just has to win this fight fast.
They need to get onto that point. Nice. What a great touch by Lemonese.
Does has the beat, unfortunately misses fear. You're just looking for a pick on that Lucio. Gets
Yep.
the pick on the
Exactly.
Lucio.
Managing to turn the fight in their favor to
Did
Kiriko.
it
is
10% to
1
all. It
HP.
could be massive if he gets it.
Currently a
On the
5v4
Curie,
right now.
gets the pick onto the Kiriko. Looks like gets the pick on the Tracer and the Orisa. It looks like UWSP Purple wins this fight
Wow.
and could be winning the point. The
What a-
Lucio may be looking for a touch, but we'll see. Doesn't look
Let's
like
see.
they can, and they'll be setting up for next point. UWSP captures.
Wow. What a great fight. What a great touch. And
Still have 2 ults to their disposal as well.
it really does come down to that ult management. UWSP being up on those ultimates definitely helped them in securing those early team fights.
Early
Whitewater.
coalescence from Torador. Unfortunately, losing the Lucio. Getting the trade onto the Tracer, though. Sonic Shock coming up from Potato Pride. Unable to find anybody.
Does lose his life in the process, but the Orisa is
Overclock.
also very much low HP. 45 online.
Lemonese
but his life
finds
is
the
lost.
Orisa. 8% to ultimate. Might be able to do something with this. Kiriko low. Yas looking for a pick onto the Lucio. Unable to find it.
UWSP.
Sable does have beat, so could be able to stabilize this fight. But it looks like UWSP wins this fight.
What a great team fight. You know, they managed to, they lost a few people very early on. You know, Cade wasn't able to get too much value out of that tectonic shock, but he was able to turn back around. And minute 6 retaliates here with his own Terra
His own
Surge.
Terra Surge. Yas getting the pick on the fear. UWSP down 2, now only down 1.
Yeah.
Lemonese finds the pick on the Sable.
We need to find this Tracer here. Tracer has no recall online, but Lemonese is very healthy and could very much turn the tide in his favor. Torador trying to get picked out by the enemy
Both
Tracer.
coming from Bark. It looks like he did not find anybody. Here, almost to overclock. If he can pop this could win the fight. Unfortunately, falls to Yas with an overclock of his own.
Yeah, but we managed to trade that out with our Owen, but Yas continues to go
Just
big.
carry. Get those 3Ks.
It has been him and almost a one-man army.
Absolutely insane.
Railgun and Overclock cannot find a better duo than them and Yas right now.
Yeah.
He is hitting those
He's just
shots
hitting those shots.
and
Shot
shutting
after
down
shot.
UWSP Purple. You know, when we thought that fight was towards their favor and that map looked like it was about
Just
to be
turned it
done.
around with one click of a button.
Yep, one click of a button, and you can say that, yeah, it's an ultimate, but he also hit it.
Yep.
You know, he's got the skill to back it up. He hit those crucial headshots.
Here does have his overclock. Looks like he is popping it, trying to find a pick here. Whitewater taking cover, able to just wait out the ultimate.
Purple
Looks to find a pick onto this Tracer. Tracer gets out.
They managed to flip the
Lemonese
map
might
around.
have an
Lucio
ult
very much
here to use.
1 HP. Suzu's out right now.
Yas finding a pick onto Fear and Torador. Potato Pride finding the pick on Sable. Debbie fighting the pick on the tuck. Potato Pride getting the kill onto Yas.
Only a 2v3.
Fortunately, looks like UW Whitewater will be winning this fight. Okay, UWSP Purple still has one more fight at this point if they are able to get this Lucio speed.
But, you know, similarly to how UWSP Purple turned around that second point, UW Whitewater has many ults to work with right now for this point. And I don't think UWSP Purple is even going to go for it.
Not even going to go for it. Looks like they're going to be setting up for the last point. Match point for this.
Yes, exactly. This right here...
This point is everything right now.
Yep, could spell either the end for UWSP Purple or
the start of a victory comeback story.
Exactly. And boy, would I love one right now. WSP Purple definitely down on the ultimates. Let's see how they try to turn this fight around without that ult advantage.
Debbie misses the stick.
An early tectonic shot
coming from Potato Pride. As almost finds Yas.
Nice.
Debbie finds Tuck. They're even right now.
Whitewater.
No TP.
We lose both supports in the process, but it's still a winnable fight.
A winnable fight. Fear could find this pick onto this Orisa here.
As long as the Orisa goes down, it's very much doable.
Purple does cap this point.
Only supports that are alive.
Fear
a few missed shots from here, but it's fine.
He's finding the pick on the Sable. Finding the pick on Sakiri, and it looks like Purple will be winning this point.
Nice. What a great turnaround by Lemonade.
What a break.
Came close. You know, it was definitely very risky. UWSP Purple losing both of their supports very early on.
Just had to finish that fight up fast, and they were able to. So.
Yes, exactly. We're now currently halfway through capturing this third point here. Whitewater still has quite a few ults to work with. Pulse Bomb, Overclock.
Cade looking to win this duel against the Tracer. Tracer gets out.
Yeah, but he does draw out that recall. Yeah. He's not going to have that recall going into the second fight.
Yas popping that Overclock. Torador able to pop that Cole. Able popping the beat. Able to keep the team alive. Debbie finding that stick onto Fear once again.
Man, Fear has just been an absolute magnet for these pulse bombs. They've been huge. Coming up huge again.
Looking to stall out this point and then reset to get it to 99 and save those ultimates, which is honestly quite massive because now Whitewater has almost nothing except for the Terror Surge that'll be coming out for minute 6.
They have no ults to work with here, and UWSP Purple is looking healthy when it comes to ults.
Has the beat 20% away from Overclock and Tectonic Shock.
Yes, exactly. WSP Purple need this point right now. They need this map. They want any chance of coming back.
Digital Pride's able to find the pick onto the Tracer. He's absolutely massive. Looks like the Tracer does get out. Almost falling to the Orisa.
Very close.
Here, 4% to Overclock. Could be seeing this here.
He needs to get out of that
coming out for
Terror
minute
Surge
6,
if he
able
wants
to
to get
come out of there. They'll be finding a pick onto the Torador.
Yeah, that's a flex support down, but the Tracer is traded.
Lemonade is trying to find this pick, trying to get this Lucio.
They need to find
absolutely low.
Lucio's
Gets the
1
pick,
HP.
Fear gets a pick on Yas and Sable.
It all comes down to getting this carry code, but Lemonade loses his life in the process.
Unfortunate.
And there doesn't seem to be a touch.
Unable to pop that Tectonic Shock. Maybe just barely got it before dying. Unfortunate.
Yes. What a great game.
Oh, those were so fun to watch. Play the game from Lemonade.
Another play.
Massive first point, I will say. Big,
yes.
I mean, they just took that space. They would not give it up. Can't be.
It looked extremely convincing in those first few points. But UWSP Purple, they weren't able to keep up that momentum, and when it really mattered most, they needed to find those supports, and they weren't able to find it in time. It's truly unfortunate, but it's also a well-deserved win by UW Whitewater.
I mean, Yas just absolutely getting 3Ks with his Overclock, and Devi getting those consistent pulse bomb sticks. I mean, fight after fight. I mean, instantly just getting that pick.
Yes, exactly. And not having that Kiriko or not having that map really hurt them in the long run, because they weren't able to save those the people that was stick by Devin in those moments. But yeah, it's gonna be UW Whitewater moving forward here
into
the loser semifinal, going up against MSOE, and gonna be duking it out for the losers final to determine who exactly it is going to be that's gonna be, going up against each other in the grand final.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited to watch,
Very
even
excited.
though unfortunately UWSP Purple is not gonna be there.
But
I'm just
I think they put up a really good showing. I mean, we saw massive plays coming up from them, especially in Gibraltar. I mean,
yes.
just very good holds and attacks. So, unfortunately, just wasn't enough. Whitewater was just playing very well today. So,
Yeah. And also, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. My mind blanked at the very end there. But yeah. Truly unfortunate loss,
truly.
but I can hope to see how UWSP Purple is going to do in the next season.
Absolutely.
Of Battle
I mean,
for
the
Wisconsin.
majority of these players will be playing again. So, and they're just going to keep getting better and better. So.
Yep. Every season, every year. You
Every-
cannot count the UWSP Purple out. Maybe a little bit of bias from me, but it just goes to show these guys, we're in the backlands, we're watching how hard they work, the amount of effort they put in.
Absolutely amazing.
They may make
By the
mistakes
players,
sometimes.
the coaches as well.
Especially. It's just one big team effort out of everybody. Alrighty, but that seems to be
it for the game in the stream today.
yeah, for today's battle for Wisconsin. UWSP Purple was knocked out, unfortunately, of the league, but once again, very well played by UW Whitewater.
It's a pleasure, my first casting experience, to be able
Yes.
to cast such an amazing game. So.
It truly was a lot of hype moments.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's truly been such an honor and such an enjoyment out of being able to cast this game. So.
All right, bye-bye.
See you guys around. Thanks for
See you
tuning in, guys.
Thank you for tuning in for the stream.
Yeah, have a good day.